Hey, we're going to actually start with Jenn Gomez. Jenn is our family life pastor, for those of you who don't know, and many of you see her in the hallway. Oh, you're getting applause already. That's great. That's like the best ever. We were hoping you'd be as good as like a live studio audience. That's what we're going for here, because we figured that like one really long announcement would be terrible. So we're doing this instead because we really wanted you guys to know some of the things that are coming up. So I thought it would be great to start with Jenn, because we hear all the time how meaningful our kids ministry is to people who've come to our church. Jenn ran an activity in the hallway a few months ago and asked families to thank the Dream Team volunteers that serve with our kids. And we got these awesome notes like, our children love the Verve because of you. And we were like, oh, we love that, right? So I just would love for you to share, Jenn, what is coming up, what's going on with our preschool through elementary age kids, like what can families be looking forward to this fall?
We are going to keep pushing this fall on our core goal, which is helping kids find life by following Jesus. And so you may, as you drop off your kids and pick up your kids, see them playing and think, they just play for an hour. What are they even doing in there? No. We actually have a lesson, there's worship, there's a monthly memory verse. We have activities where these incredible volunteers are talking to kids about what it looks like to follow Jesus and what is life like when you're following Jesus, and even praying with the kids every week too. So we're really investing in their spiritual growth while they're here with us, even for that little short time, and it's really cool to see.
Awesome, and they love it, right? Not only their parents, but kids in their very own kid handwriting also wrote notes, and they said things like, thank you for being nice and fun. I like coming to class with you guys. Oh, like these are great notes, right? But we know as parents, sometimes even when they're having a great time, it's really hard to get them to tell us what's actually going on. Like, how was it? And they're like, it's fun. And you're like, what does that mean? So Jenn, how can parents be like asking better questions at home, kind of in the loop on like what their kids are actually doing besides having fun? Like, how does that work?
No, kids are little clams sometimes when they want to be. But we have a great resource called Parent Q. It's an app. It's free. You can see the content that your kids are seeing, watch it with them again, and it also gives you prompts for like, hey, we're on the way to school. What kind of questions can I ask my kid that they might actually give me an answer that's interesting or helpful or starts a conversation? So that's a great resource. We also put out a monthly parent email for parents of kids and one for parents of students. So every month you should see some highlights in your inbox of what's coming. If you don't see it, ask. We have it for you. We can send it. And then just like we talk about being an adult and inviting people to church, we want to make that easy for kids too. So we've got these cute little invite situations out in the lobby that your kids can pick up on their way out tonight if they want. So they can give this to one of their friends at school and invite them to come and check it out with them.
Love it. It can get the whole family in on that be an example thing. Like sometimes in our family, my kids lead by example. They were some of the ones who stood up earlier tonight when I was like, has anybody invited somebody to the Verve? Like my kids have, right? Like that's awesome. So being able to encourage that as families, we want to support you as parents, not just have an awesome time with your kids. Jenn also oversees our student ministry. So all the way from our 7th through 12th graders, as well as kind of an area of family life that falls under Jenn's area. So Jenn, tell us what's going on for students as we're heading into the fall with them as well.
Well, students, we get Sunday nights with them, and they are really fun, you guys. I'm actually surprised. Teenagers can be fun. But from 6:15 to 8 o'clock every Sunday night, we have time with them, and we have 13 really incredible, very invested volunteers who spend every Sunday night hanging out with these kids. And we split our groups, our small group setting, with age and gender, and they have the same small group leader every time, so they really feel like they have a safe place to ask the questions that they need to ask to sort through all this stuff and talk about the stuff that they're dealing with in a safe space. It's really, really incredible. This summer, we actually had 50 kids that went with us to summer camp, and it was really hot but really fun. And just saw some really incredible switches shift in some of these kids through that experience, which was really incredible.
We celebrated several baptisms. You guys were here with us to cheer those kids on. That was after camp, right? So we had these beautiful commitments and some of their leaders that got to read testimonies of them, and it's been really special to celebrate our kids growing up and growing in their faith in Jesus. So that's been awesome. In terms of what's coming up, yeah, absolutely.
We've got invite nights coming up. We've got worship nights coming up. There's all this great stuff, and if you're getting that parent email, you should see what those things are happening. And I would love to see more of them join us because we're just having a great time.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Jenn. Let's give Jenn a hand. Thanks, Jenn.
Hey, everybody. This is Jim Lewis, our pastor of adult discipleship and care, and he is back from sabbatical. Okay, so Jim, I want to talk a little bit about care ministry and what's coming up this fall. We have a number of care groups, and they all have some differences, but what's like the through line kind of thing that they have in common?
Yeah, what I really love about our groups is it's a place where you can, listen, we all know that life throws us a curve sometimes, and we have difficult experiences in our life. This is a place, our groups are a place where you can be honest with your emotion, you can have questions, you can have support, and that's what I love the best. I have people tell me, it's like, I thought I was crazy, but then I found that other people feel some of the same things that I'm feeling, and so that type of support. So our groups are all based on trying to give you some relevant information, skills, but it's really that support where you feel like there's others that understand what you're going through and can help you and support you in that journey.
So I love that as an overview of kind of what care groups can do. Tell us specifically about what care groups we have coming up in the fall.
I don't think I have time to tell you all of them, but
They're on the screen. Don't worry. They're right behind you. You got it.
Yeah, I'll talk really fast.
Just give us like a 10-minute overview on each one if you can.
Well, I can do that.
I know you can.
I know. We have Grief Share that is for people that have lost a loved one. We're doing Safe People this fall, which is part of a 3-study kind of a way we do things for divorce care, if you're divorced or separated and things like that. We have Circles of Hope, which is for people who have a loved one with mental illness. We have Anchor Hope, which is for people that are dealing with their own mental health challenges. We have a special needs group for families. We just have so many more. I'll stop there, but on our website, when you go to our website and look under Get Support, you can see the list of all of our groups. And again, maybe you don't need those, but familiarize yourself with them, because maybe there's somebody that you know that might, your neighborhood, you don't have to go to Verve City to go to one of our groups. It can be anybody. But just know what those are so that you can give them to somebody else.
We just talked about wanting to be a great church, being a blessing church. Mm-hmm. So if we know people who need some support, or if we are some people who need some support, like what can we do to get that support?
Yeah, so we have, again, our support groups are a main part of our care, but we also do prayer ministry. And if you have a prayer request, in fact, there's cards in the back pockets of the chairs. You can put a prayer request down. You can always give it to our welcome spot. We have a benevolent ministry that helps people with financial needs and resources. We have a great list of resources in the community that might be helpful to you as well. And so if you need any of those things, that you can email me, jim@vervecity.church. You can call the church office. Again, you can use the prayer request cards. Any way you want to get a hold, I'll be in the lobby afterwards. Come by and see me and give you more information. Ooh, we have a premarital class starting in the fall too. I should have mentioned that earlier too. And 2 of the leaders are sitting right there, so I needed to make sure I mentioned that. So those are some of the ways, but please, I know sometimes we're embarrassed maybe to do that, but listen, we all need support one time or another, and so this is a great place to get support.
Yeah. Jim, we are so glad to have you back from sabbatical. Jim Lewis, everybody.
And next up, we get to ask Kenny Baker, what do you say you do here? No, I'm just kidding. Kenny is our adult discipleship pastor, so he's got a lot of great stuff to share that's coming up this fall. What is kind of at the top of your mind as you're looking into the fall in our adult discipleship area?
Yeah, as adult discipleship pastors, 2 things I'm really passionate about. It's helping people connect in community so they're not walking through life alone, but it's also spiritual growth. And so this fall coming up is Rooted, and we get to do both of those things through Rooted. So starting on September 18th on Wednesday nights, we're going to have the 10-week Rooted program go, and it's not like a class where you just come there and listen to somebody talk. It's a small group experience. You're gonna participate. You're gonna be a part of it, and so it's gonna help you grow. You're gonna experience transformation because you're gonna get a chance to invest in your transformation. It's not just going to be coming and hearing me talk or anything like that. You get to walk with other people through life in this.
It's going to be great. Yeah. Kenny's wearing a sticker that says, "Ask me about Rooted." So if you have questions about Rooted, seriously, he'll also be in the lobby. We'd love to share a little more. And I hear there's a special VIP deal kicking off tonight, too.
There is. So to cover some of the costs, we know there's a little cost to Rooted, but we want a special VIP night discount code.
Yeah, BOGO. Who doesn't love a BOGO, right? There you go. Rooted's better with friends.
Yes, stop by the table. We'll give you a little card. It'll show you what we want you to do is invite a friend or a spouse or someone you really like, or maybe you're on the street and go, hey, I need this discount. Can you just come and pretend to be my friend?
Be that
We'll
church.
give you a little card. Stop by there, and we'll give you a good little discount there.
Awesome. So Rooted is for people who really want to go deeper in their faith. Kenny, what else do we have for people that are maybe not at a go deeper point, but they're more at like a, hey, I'm those people that are still checking it out. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, the Verve seems great, but like, what are my possible options? So where should they look for next steps?
Yeah, I'm not ready to give you my social security number yet. So
Not quite yet.
Hey, if you're just checking it out, you're trying to figure out what are my next steps. We have a class called Activate. It's a 4-week thing. It's kind of a small group simulation almost. So you get to meet people. Activate's a great place where people are beginning kind of their Verve journey together, and that's going to build lasting friendships for a long time. But you come here, you learn a lot about who Verve is. You learn how we're wired, what makes us different, but you also actually learn about yourself. There's a special assessment in Activate that shows you how you're wired, and so I get the chance to answer some questions about that and help you see kind of how God has wired you to be great for the kingdom.
Love it. Thanks, Kenny. Awesome. Let's give Kenny a hand. We're excited about what is ahead in our adult discipleship area. Awesome.
Okay, speaking of next step, like one of the ways that people like the Samantis, who we just interviewed, that they stay connected at the Verve is by serving on our Dream Team.
Yes.
By the way, Dream Team members, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. What's new with the Dream Team this fall?
It's our Sunday Fun Day huddles, and I brought pom-poms because they're so exciting. Cool. You probably want to know what
Say
those are.
more because like
Yeah.
8 people just clap, but they don't know what
They're
clapping
really
for.
excited.
So, yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, if you can elaborate.
We decided that our Sunday experience team, so this is our kids ministry and student ministry, our connections teams, all of the people who do ushering and greeting and hospitality, our worship and production teams, the teams that like help us make Sundays happen. We want to give extra space, extra care. We want to celebrate and appreciate those volunteers. And so every 4th Saturday, Jenn and Kenny are going to be leading an awesome experience for our Dream Team people, and we want that to be you. We've got about 70 people registered for this Saturday. It's the first one. Check your email if you feel left out. I guarantee it's there somewhere, a reminder or two. We'd love to make some more space. If you want to come, because we want to celebrate you. We want to keep you informed. Like some insider information is an important part of this Dream Team Sunday Fun Day huddle, because we know how important it is to know what's going on around here if you want to share that with other people. And so we're just really excited to launch these this fall. It's going to be great. Pom-poms!
So if you're serving on the Dream Team and you're already giving up like maybe a couple of Sunday mornings a month.
Yeah.
Is it crazy that we're asking you to consider coming to a Saturday training several times a year?
I say no, it's not crazy,
I'm shocked that is
because
what you would say to that.
we really
Say
want to
why.
give back to you guys as volunteers. This is not about getting more of your time. We know that your time's valuable. And so when you're here spending some extra time with us, we're investing in you because we care about what you're trying to do. You're trying to make an awesome guest experience so that people can encounter Jesus through this church. We cannot possibly appreciate that well enough, and that's what this is all about. So if you can share just a little more of your time, we're going to do our part to like equip you and make that a great experience. We also know how important it is to like have connections. You don't just come to do a thing. You come to be part of a group of people doing a thing. And we want to give you the space for that too, because on Sunday mornings we can kind of be go, go, go. But like what if you built awesome relationships with some of the other people you get to serve with? Because we think that's part of what being a great church looks like.
But Audrey, it seems like everything around here runs so perfectly and smoothly, and that there's never any problems. Do we
Never.
really need more volunteers to help things go well?
Yeah, so shockingly, I can tell you that on our dream teams, we absolutely have more opportunities. As our church grows, we see the opportunities of our dream team also growing, both because we're anticipating growth and because we're responding to it, like in real time. Both our connections team and our kids ministry team right now each need at least 20 more volunteers to be functioning at like perfectly great filled levels. So we need help. Yeah, absolutely. There's room for you. And not just on those teams. Our worship and production teams, always looking for great people to join them. There's a place for you that we think will bring you joy. We don't want you just filling a slot. We want you to get involved in something that you love and want to cheer pom-poms about. So we want you to have fun and really just experience the joy of being part of a team. So that's what we're going for. There's a place
Thank you,
for
Audrey
everyone.
Eisenberg.
You're so welcome. Woo! All right.